Robin Williams was a comedic genius. He was hilariously funny, and it seemed impossible to match his mental quickness. But there is something about his style of comedy that is very easy to emulate. And when you get this, you can get people cracking up with basically no wit at all. It's simple, and it's called playing a character. And just so long-time Charisma on Command viewers know, this is part of a throwback series where we update old videos we've done in the past and make them punchier, so you might recognize this. Anyway, here's the very basic example of this technique.
Damn it, man, what's going on with you? What? Jim, I'm a doctor, not a busboy.
That's Scotty from Star Trek, and if you watch any of Robin Williams' stand-up or his movies, his random assortment of characters is basically the crux of most of his jokes. In fact, it's the basis of Mrs. Doubtfire.
I do voices.
Yes!
We've come to this planet looking for intelligent life. Oops, we made a mistake.
We're happy to be in America. Don't ask for a green card.
What you see very clearly in that clip is that the character isn't just a matter of changing your voice. Robin commits with his tonality, with his word choice, with his body language, and his facial expressions. And it's often not enough to get a laugh just to put on a half-hearted fake voice. But if you commit fully, you can make jokes that aren't even funny seem like they're hilarious. Check it out.
I came to Bombay last year.
Right here, Robin just puts a shawl over his head and says, I came to Bombay last year. That is it. But because he has the prop and because he commits to the character in his voice, in his mannerisms, in his facial expressions, everyone in the audience cracks up.
You know, I have directed 15 movies in Bombay. I am very excited about my musical. It is a lovely musical called Who's Sorry Now?
And here you go again. There isn't much in the way of jokes, but what you have here is Robin elaborating on this character. He's making this Indian woman that he's created someone who writes musicals. And this isn't necessarily funny in itself, but the specificity of the character plus the commitment makes people laugh.
Welcome to Iron Chef.
So now he's gone to Iron Chef, and this is another character that he's making up totally on the spot. But clearly, the guy already has some things we know about him. He's got an Asian accent, he speaks English, and he's a chef. So let's see where he goes with it.
First of all, tonight we are going to cook octopus balls. As you know, they're 8 legs, so you get 4 sets of balls.
And again, this is definitely clever, but part of the humor here simply comes from the fact that he's being specific while sticking with his character. He could have said cuttlefish, and if he'd done it with the same level of commitment, the audience would have burst into laughter, which really brings me to the point of this short video. Part of what creates laughter is the expectation that you will laugh. Now, maybe you've been in a situation where somebody was just so earnest in telling a joke or a story that you couldn't help but laugh, even though what they were saying wasn't that funny. And that's kind of what's going on when you play a character. When you commit, all of the subcommunication says this is funny, so the person who is listening is likely to pick up on that even though the content of what you're saying isn't that great, just like this.
I came to Bombay last year.
So take advantage of this. Play a character in your stories and in your jokes. Make sure to commit to the voice, commit to the gesticulations, and to the facial expressions of that character. Also, add specific things. It doesn't matter if they're funny, but the specificity in and of itself is going to create moments of humor. And if you do those very, very simple things, creating that character, making it specific, you'll be able to sit back and watch as people start to find you more and more hilarious, even though you actually haven't gotten any wittier. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this short little throwback video. If you're someone who's been around the channel for a while, or even if you're new, let me know if you like this throwback style video. Basically what I did is I went back and found an older video that I'd done, and I tried to make it punchier, call out the points a little bit more effectively than I did when I had first started this channel. So if you like these throwbacks and would like to see one of these every Thursday, let me know. If not, I'll just stop doing them. Either way, if you're interested in learning more about how to make an amazing first impression and want to know the 4 emotions that go into this, I will let you know right now. One of them is being funny, so this video has already gotten you well on your way. You can go ahead and click the link that'll pop up now. What it's going to do is it will take you to another page where you can go ahead, drop your email, and then you'll get a video that explains what those 4 emotions that you need to create in that other person are. And you'll be able to go through in the exact order that you need to create them so that you are guaranteed to make an amazing first impression. So if you want to know what those 4 emotions are, go ahead, click that link and check it out. Either way, let me know what you've thought of this video in the comments. Of course, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have new videos every single Monday, and potentially, if you like this, these throwback videos on Thursdays as well. So, hope that you've liked this. I'm Charlie, and I will see you in the next video.